पाता सांसों के तारों में हर पल बजता तेरा गीत निरंतर। सांसों के तारों में हर पल बजता तेरा गीत निरंतर। तेरे अनहद नाद की धुन अब गूंजे हर पल मन के भीतर। तेरे अनहद नाद की धुन अब गूंजे हर पल मन के भीतर। मन को पंख दे कैसे रोके ना रुक पाता है। इस मन को पंख दे कैसे रोके ना रुक पाता है। तुमसे मिलने की चाहत में मन मिलों तक उड़ जाता है। मन मिलों तक उड़ जाता है। जब तुमसे मन जुड़ जाता है आनंद अलौकिक पाता है। जब तुमसे मन जुड़ जाता है आनंद अलौकिक पाता है। मन की मृग तृष्णा भटक गई थी कांटों के इस जंगल में। मैं अनजाना उलझ गया था मोह माया के दलदल में। मोह माया के दलदल में मन के शोर सब थम से गए हैं। तुझ झरने की कलकल में मन के शोर सब थम से गए हैं। तुझ झरने की कलकल में सारे प्रश्नों का हल पाया। तेरे एक ही उत्तर में। तेरे एक ही उत्तर में। जब तुमसे मन जुड़ जाता है मन खुशियों से भर जाता है। जब तुमसे मन जुड़ जाता है मन मिलों तक उड़ जाता।
Om Shanti. Good morning, everyone. I forgot to unmute myself. So before we start with the Murli that was requested, just wanted to share a bit about what this Murli is about. It's a very short Murli, just 2-3 pages, but the Murli is actually about how Baba is meeting some of the main instruments, some of the instruments, brothers and sisters who are especially talking to Baba, taking that opportunity to ask Baba about this one particular question, which is the question that sometimes also pops up in our heads, whether what does it look like to be number one quality soul? What does it look like to be a Maharathi versus being a horse rider or a cavalry, right? How do you know that this is who you are? And so in this particular Murli, these brothers and sisters have posed this question to Baba, that Baba, when we have a heart-to-heart conversation with you, versus when all the other, actually they didn't say we, they said when Maharathis have a heart-to-heart conversation with you, versus when all the other children have heart-to-heart conversation with you, how do you know? Is there a difference between the way they would talk to Baba and between the way we would talk to Baba? Or, how does it look like? But the question that I was pondering upon was that who do we see ourselves as? Do I see myself as a Maharathi, or do I see myself as a horse rider, or do I see myself as a cavalry, right? Where do I fall in this category, if you will? And very beautifully, Baba has explained about some of the signs, which I feel are so obvious and so clear signals to kind of recognize that this is who I am and this is my goal. Even if I'm not there yet, I know it's not unachievable, if you will. You can still figure it out. You can still make that last bit of effort and gallop and then come to that place where Baba would say, yes, you are a Maharathi. You have all the signs of being a Maharathi child. And then I want to ask you all a question. Can you think of 3 people in your life who are like topmost, that either you have love for or they have love for, whatever you want to say? But maybe I would say that you have love for. 3 topmost on your list. Who are they? 3 people. Now I'm saying people, which does not include God. Yeah, you can't include Baba in this list. But 3 people in your list for whom you have immense love. Yeah, everybody has come up with that list. We'll talk about this after the Murli, why I asked you, but you think about, you don't have to answer me. You don't have to answer right now. You just keep that list to yourself, okay? And then we will talk about this a little bit later. So the Murli, can we have the Murli being screened?
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right. I can stop myself. So this Murli was originally dated on 7th of October 1975. And the essence of this Murli is Babdada meeting some main brothers and sisters. What is the difference between the Maharathis' heart-to-heart conversation at Amrit Vela and the heart-to-heart conversation of all the other children? In which way is the saying that the soul merges with the Supreme Soul wrong? Baba is saying they have removed one word from in between. It is not that the soul is merged or lean, but that the soul is love lean. Lean nahi hoti hai, love lean hoti hai, like that. One word is lean, which means to be merged, and the other is to be love lean, deeply absorbed in love for the Father. What words of love emerge when someone meets another with a lot of love? It is as though they become merged in one another, or they both come together and become one. They have taken such words of a loving meeting in this way, right? So whether you remember any examples in the history like He Ranja or Romeo Juliet, or even in today's time, right, when people meet with a lot of love with one another, they sometimes will say, no, that these are two different souls, two different people, but it's like one soul, or two different people are coming together, but it seems like they're merged, they've become one. They think like, they do like, they speak alike, everything is alike. They have taken such words of a loving meeting in this way. The saying that they have merged in one another and become one is like the meeting of Maharathis. So this is how, when the Maharathis will meet Baba and have a heart-to-heart conversation, they will actually experience being merged in the Father's love. That's the first thing Baba is saying. The first difference is that they become merged in Father's love. To become merged in the Father means to become the same form as the Father. To become merged in the Father means to become the same form as the Father's. So if the Father is incorporeal, then I also become incorporeal, right? If the Father is in his angelic form, then I also am in my angelic form. So whatever is the Father, I become the same form I take. Maharathis would have such a powerful experience to a greater extent, whereas all others would still be trying to draw love and power. This is the second difference, that a Maharathi would instantly experience a lot of power because love empowers the soul, right? But if an ordinary soul is sitting in front of Baba, then they will be battling, they will be struggling, they will be trying to forge a connection, they'll be trying to draw Baba's love into themselves. They won't instantly experience that powerful experience of love that Baba is saying. So Baba is saying they would finish their time still battling, whereas as soon as the Maharathi sits in remembrance, they become merged. You know how some people, when they do meditation, they take so long to actually reach to that stage of soul consciousness, and then they will experience Baba. But there are some who within a second, they're able to go from this world to that world. So they use their time to instantly become merged, whereas ordinary souls will still be taking a lot of time. Their love is so powerful that they enable the Father to merge in themselves. Baba also merges into the love of the children, right? If their love is so powerful. So if the quality of love is so elevated, then the Father also merges in the love of children. This is the sign of Maharathi soul. The father and the child would both have a similar stage. Just as the father is incorporeal, the child would also be incorporeal. So that point we already touched. And then Baba is saying, as are the virtues of the father, so too Maharathi children would have similar virtues. So Baba's virtues are very different from the virtues of the deities, right? And that's why we say confluence-aged virtues are different versus golden-aged virtues are different, right? And of course, iron-aged sanskars are very different. So Baba is saying a Maharathi child would have similar virtues. So for example, if Baba is world benefactor, then the Maharathi child would also experience to be a master world benefactor, right? So Baba is saying, so you have become masters, have you not? The meeting of the Maharathi children means to become absorbed in love and to be merged with the Father. Absorbed in love of one Father, to become so much same like the Father. To merge means to experience oneself to have the same form as the Father's. Very clear definition. To merge means I'm not breaking down or my light is extinguished and now I'm not like that. But Baba is saying to merge means to experience oneself to have the same form as the Father's. At that time, there would not be any difference experienced in the virtues and form of the father and those of the Maharathi children. So my form, my virtues, my sanskars, everything of me would be alike, right? It would be similar to what Baba is. And so Baba is saying, this is the sign of the Maharathi children. Whilst being corporeal, they are lost in the love of the incorporeal one. So their form also becomes the same as that of the Father. That is, they have their incorporeal form practically in their awareness. So the awareness becomes such. I am aware, even though I am in my corporeal body, but I am in the awareness that I'm actually a soul. It doesn't matter where I am, but I am a soul. So their form also becomes the same as that of the Father, Baba is saying. When their form is like that of the Father, then their virtues are also the same as the Father's. This is why the meeting of the Maharathis means to become merged in the Father. Just as a river merges into an ocean and takes on the same form as the ocean, so you experience all the virtues of the Father in yourself. What Brahma Baba experienced in the Sakar form would also be experienced by the Maharathis. So the question I have to ask myself, what did Brahma Baba experience in the Sakar form? And then do I experience that same thing? Do you have this experience? Baba is asking. So for example, like Brahma Baba experienced so much faith. He had that faith, but then also he was able to experience Baba fulfilling that promise. So I also have to experience that whenever I remember Baba, Baba is present. I have to experience that carefree stage, just as Brahma Baba experienced it. And of course, there can be many more examples. But what Baba is saying, that whatever Brahma Baba experienced in the Sakar form, the Maharathis would also experience that. So this is to merge in the ocean, that is to experience your own perfect form. To merge in the ocean means to experience your own perfect form. You should have this experience a lot more now. Babdada, the one who blesses through every thought, who blesses through his vision, who takes others beyond with his glance, sees the closeness of every child. To be close means to become merged. The time of Amrit Vela is especially for having such powerful experiences. The impact of such an experience would continue throughout the day. If I'm able to experience it in the morning hours, then of course that experience will stay with me throughout the day. Something that is very dearly loved is constantly merged with you. This is the meeting with the Maharathis at Amrit Vela. Babdada also checks how close each one is. Just as when the curtains open in front of the idols, a vision of the idols is granted. So too, there is also the scene of Amrit Vela. So imagine it's Amrit Vela and you are going to meet Baba. So it's sort of like Baba is opening the curtain and he sees in front who is standing is you. So what Baba is saying, Baba is saying that there is also the scene of Amrit Vela. In order to celebrate a meeting at Amrit Vela, every child of the first number is engaged in celebrating a meeting. Baba is like a magnet, and so those who are clean, they come close. Externally, no matter how much someone tries, it is only the clean souls who are able to become merged like a magnet. that scene is very powerful. So you could be trying hard, doing whatever you can do physically, but Baba is saying that internally, if the soul is clean, which is true, no? Baba is ocean of purity. If I am pure, then it is easy for me to be attracted by the magnet. If the needle has a lot of rust on it, then the needle is not as easily moved closer to the magnet. But if the needle has no rust, the needle is clean, how much time it will take for the magnet to pull it? So Baba is saying what he is observing at Amrit Vela is that in front of him there are a lot of children, but there are some who come very close, and there are some who are trying hard, but they're not able to come close. And the reason Baba is saying is because the ones who can come close are very clean. So Baba is saying that scene is very powerful, very wonderful. There is great pleasure in observing the scene as a detached observer. Children have been thinking about what the father is doing in the subtle region. Now he's changing gears, if you will, and he's talking about a different topic, sort of. He's talking about what Brahma Baba is doing. So children have been thinking about what the father is doing in the subtle region. Baba says Brahma Baba is now day and night playing a part in the subtle form, even more than in the corporeal form of being cooperative, because now he is the same as the father, karmatit, beyond birth and death, and free from all karmic bondages. He is the embodiment of success. That means he gets results, complete success. So Baba is saying, in this stage, one attains success in every thought. Embodiment of success means total result is that you are successful. So every thought you have is success, so is manifested in a way. Whatever thought one has becomes the truth, becomes eternal. Therefore, because of having success through thoughts, he is cooperating in all directions. The speed of thought is faster than that of words. The speed of thoughts is faster than that of words. The angelic speed is faster than that of the corporeal. So he has the part of doing service through his thoughts. And these two are true thoughts, pure thoughts. So, for example, what Baba is saying that I am in my corporeal form and I can also do service through my thoughts, right? But when I'm in my angelic form and I do service through thoughts, the speed of those thoughts is much faster. So therefore, Baba is saying that the angelic speed is faster than the corporeal speed. Yeah, corporeal form also, you can serve through thoughts, not only words, but the speed is still different. So Baba is saying, and that to Baba only has pure thoughts, only true thoughts, clean thoughts, pure thoughts. Your service is more through words. You're also serving through the mind, but you serve through words to a greater extent. Whereas Brahma Baba is now doing service through pure thoughts. So he would have a fast speed, would he not? Therefore, the part of service is still continuing. Baba is saying he has not become free from the bondage of service. Brahma Baba has not become free from the bondage of service, but he has become free from karmic bondages. He has become free from karmic bondages. Acha, Om Shanti. So it's a very short Murli, but you can recognize and realize how powerful the Murli is, right? So we can actually churn a little bit because we have a little bit more time today, comparatively speaking, with other days that we have. So first of all, what we want to do is that you all have those three people in your mind that we talked about earlier. Yeah, three people topmost on your list that you have love for, and you cannot include Baba in that. So now you put it in the chat box. Everyone can put in the chat box. Don't change your answer. Keep it what it was, the original. Yeah. Everyone, three people topmost on your list that you have love for. So Ushaben, when you say children, they're all three children? You have three children? I can't hear. I don't know if you're speaking. Yeah, everyone is awake? Myself, parent, and a friend. Okay, that becomes four. Mother, father, sister. Okay, good. Anyone else? My dad, Mahatma Gandhi. Really? And myself. Okay, good. Anyone else? I want to see 15 responses, right? We have 15 of us. Mother, that's only one. Ushaban, you've tried three topmost people that you have love for, or you don't, maybe. Myself, mother, and kids. Okay. Two children you have. Okay. All right. Okay. What about brothers? Brothers, who are topmost on your list that you have love for? Okay. You can think about it a little bit later also. My wife, mother, and children. Okay. Now, those of you who have missed myself, you need to think a little bit deeper. If you could become a Maharathi, I feel, is someone that has lot of self-respect, lot of love for themselves. And it is the first thing that Baba actually teaches us, right? When Baba comes, what does Baba do? Baba actually helps us to reestablish a relationship, if you will, with myself, but not myself as this body, as the name that I have, or the position that I have, or the seva that I do, or the people that I'm connected with. I'm not taking love from there, but my love is for who I am as a soul, right? What is my speciality, like Baba said in yesterday's Murli for you all in the blessing, or what is my beauty? What are my attributes? What is my virtue? So that will help me to have love for myself, right? So was the self included in your three list that you created, the list of three people? Was the self included? So it is important that I have this relationship with myself, very loving, very gentle, very beautiful, very understanding, clear, no forcing, right? Being very patient with myself also is important. And when Baba also says in many Murlis, he will say this, that you can merge only when you have love for the self. You can merge in Baba's love when you have love for yourself, right? And when you have love for yourself, you're also able to have love for others. You're able to adjust with them. You're able to be okay with some of their old sanskars. You're able to, be fine with who they are. You're able to accept them. So the relationships also become beautiful if you truly have love for yourself. Only when I don't have love for myself, then I am putting myself in a stage of neediness. And when I put myself in the stage of neediness, where I am expecting love from you, or I am thinking I will get love from you, so then that stage does not allow the relationships to be experienced as the source of happiness, which they should actually be. But because I'm dependent on those relationships to provide me something, I'm not able to experience that contentment or happiness or joy or love, whatever you want to say it, And so Baba is saying, what I have understood about love is that it has to start with myself. I have to be very, very comfortable with who I am. I cannot sit and compare myself with others. Definitely cannot compete with others in any way. I cannot judge myself based on what I see in the outside world. Because the moment I say that I am not good enough, I'm not very special, I don't know my speciality, I don't think I have any goodness in me, that means there is lack of love for the self. And it will percolate into the relationships. And then your language will be like, I don't know if people really love me. No, people don't love me. People don't respect me. People don't care if I'm there. People don't feel if I am needed here. I'm not that important in this meeting. So this language, right, also tells that my relationship with my people is not very good, or I am not experiencing love in those relationships. And then it also percolates in your relationship with Baba. That's why sometimes you will see some souls will say, Baba is not listening. I don't know if Baba really loves me, right? I don't know if I am worthy of Baba's love. I don't know why Baba loves me so much. I am not doing anything, right? This is again a sign of not experiencing love in the right, accurate form, right? So this is something that you can deeply, ponder upon throughout the day and think, what is the quality of your love for yourself? Is it based on your performance? Is it based on your relationship with people? Is it based on something? Is it dependent on something external? Is it coming from the space of body consciousness? And then you check your love for people around you. Of course, Baba says your true love has to be only with me. But he never says you don't love anyone. Everyone should still feel they are in a very special for you. So these are the three things: my relationship with myself, my love for myself, my love for my people, and my love for Baba. Because that will help me to kind of move upwards in that stage where I can then stay merged in Baba's love, right? Now, another question that you can ask yourself from this Murli that I felt was, at Amrit Vela, what is your experience? Now, you don't have to tell me, this is between you and Baba, but you can ask yourself, what is your experience at Amrit Vela? Do you feel being pulled by Baba's love? Or do you feel a struggle? Do you feel that you still are not experiencing that much, that you would want to actually get out of your bed and sit in front of Baba and enjoy those morning nectar hours, right? So that will also give you one beautiful insight into your love for Baba, or your experience of love, I should say. It's not really, I'm not doubting your love, but it's more like whether you're experiencing that love as a power, because if that experience of love is as a power, then you will be the first one to get up and go and meet Baba and be in front of Baba. Right? So that has to be checked. And then one beautiful question I felt you could ask yourself is, which is the stage that is similar between you and Baba? Sorry, excuse me. So which is that stage? It could be incorporeal stage, could be bodiless stage, could be your angelic stage. It could be stage beyond sound. Whatever that stage is that easily comes to you, which is also Baba's stage, then you stay with it and you constantly allow yourself to experience it. Because the more you experience that stage, the more you will invoke other stages also. Right? And one other question could be, which is the virtue that is similar between you and Baba? This you can put in the chat box, even the stage if you want to. So which is the virtue that is similar to you and Baba? Really, Baba, if you say being loving, Rakhi, for example, then you have to ask, is it equal to Baba's love? Being loving in all matters, in all instances, in all situations, in all areas of your life, right? Because Baba's love is like that, merciful. That's beautiful, right? Merciful like Baba. No matter who it is, but I have mercy like Baba, like Baba. So we all have all the virtues of Baba. That's not even a question. Because we are Baba's children, we all have love, we all have mercy, we all are world benefactor. We all have it to some trace or whatever degree. But I'm saying equal to Baba. Huh? So you have to think about it. You're like really like Baba in that particular virtue. Like, for example, when we think about Adi Prakash Muni, right? She was equal to Baba in giving respect, wasn't she? No matter who came in front of her, whether it is some Mahamandaleshwar or whether it is some BK or whether it is some younger brother or whether somebody who's very new or whether it's a child, everyone she was able to give respect. Her respect for others was not based on external attainments that that soul has, or how many years they are in Gyan, or how much experience they have. It was completely independent. It was just like Baba. It was so pure, right? So I felt that is a very beautiful thing to think about in your meditation and feel it, that just as Baba is so full, am I so full? Baba is so like an ocean in this particular virtue. Am I like an ocean in this particular virtue? So if I'm forgiving, for example, will I ever get tired of forgiving? If that person makes the mistake again and again and again, will I still continue to forgive? You know? So something to think about, I feel. Because Baba is saying that they would become similar in the child and the father. The stage would be similar, the form would be similar, the virtues would be similar, and through their eyes, through their face, through their presence, right, they would actually give blessings and take people beyond instantly. So they'll become like Baba, right? So being merged in Baba's love means actually becoming like the Father. So that Father is merged in me. When I am giving drishti, people can experience Father's love. When I am talking, people can experience Baba's love or Baba's knowledge or Baba's, whatever it could be. But there has to be some experience that they are receiving because Baba is merged in my love as much as I am merged in Baba's love. Right? So, and then the one last question I felt we could ask yourself, to what degree do I feel I am clean? To what degree do I feel I am clean? So cleanliness to the T, meaning not just physical cleanliness, which of course we all as Brahmins do pay attention to, but cleanliness in my thoughts, cleanliness in my attitude, cleanliness in my vision, cleanliness in my speech. How do I speak? What is the choice of words? cleanliness in my actions. So cleanliness in overall being, and that cleanliness is basically purity. Other name for purity is cleanliness. When we have to talk to layman people here, we tell them, are you practicing cleanliness? Are you keeping clean thoughts, clean words? So sometimes they don't understand purity. So Baba is saying there has to be so much cleanliness that instant pull is experienced. And so actually, if you see, Baba is giving us a tip, which is very easy. If I can just pay attention to being clean, remaining clean, not allowing a speck of dust to fall upon I, the soul, right? Not being touched by any trace of impurity, not being influenced by any negativity around me. If I can pay that much attention to myself, I can come very close to Baba. And that's why when we meditate, what do we say? When we go into the soul world, we don't stay on the superficial layers, right? We say, I am diving deep into this realm. And when I'm diving deep into this realm, I actually come across this whole inverted tree of souls. And I find my way through that, and I come to the point where, to the place where I am very close to Baba. Right? That's my effort, no? When I go into the Supreme Abode, I try to come very close to the Father. You experience so much closeness that you're actually feeling that we are two, but we are one. There is no difference between me and Baba. Everything of Baba is mine, and everything of mine is Baba's. There's a saying, in the beginning, everything of mine and nothing of you. And then in the middle of the journey, something of yours and something of mine. And then at the end, everything of yours and nothing of mine. Right? So that's how we have to be. So I will stop here. If you have any questions, comments, if you want to share anything, please feel free. Yeah? Anyone wants to share? What did you take from this Murli? Quite quiet in here today.
No, while you spoke about being loving, as I mentioned, yeah, to check on, is being loving always there? And authentically mention here that there are traces where it falls for a second and I catch myself, and that comes very easily to me be loving.
Right.
However, whether it is clean, okay, while you asked us to check on that, I can see there is some kind of stain yet to be removed. No, and that stain is at very superficial level. When I say superficial level, for a minute, if there is some kind of conflict, some kind of things which are not my way, which shows up at that moment, I feel what is happening. But immediately it becomes very normal for me. The question to you is that gap to have as is, how do one look at happening? Making yourself being with that virtue. As you said, each one of us has all the virtues that Father has.
Yeah.
It's only to bring it forward, making yourself available. What is that one can do to just elevate it to the next level and be there?
I don't know the specific answer, because if you know the specific problem, then you can find a specific problem, solution. But overall, Baba said purity, right? Overall, if you look at the answer to this question, is purity. Because Baba is ocean of purity. And if I have to come close to someone who's so pure, so clean, and then I have to become like him, pure, na? Imagine yourself wearing a very clean dress, very nice, beautiful, sparkling, not a speck of nothing. And then in front of you, someone comes who is laden with dust and dirt, and उसपे कीचड़ लगा हुआ है और कुछ कुछ, और वो आपको hug करेगा, आप क्या कहोगे? Excuse me, keep a distance, right? You wouldn't
Yeah,
allow them to come very close to you. They can talk to you from a distance, they can meet you from a distance, but you wouldn't allow them to come very close to you, right?
correct.
Imagine. So Baba, imagine this Baba is ocean of purity. Ocean. Ever pure. Now, if I have to meet such a father, I have to bring that purity, in myself. And the more I bring purity, the more I come closer. Jitni aapki purity badegi, to that extent you will come close to Baba. At least that's what I feel, and that's what my effort has been always, to purify myself, to clean my heart. Every night I will tell Baba, Baba, I need to clean my heart. If I've heard something about somebody, or if I have said something to somebody, I have to clean my heart. My friend, I don't know if I've told this to you, one of my friend, when I was doing my PhD, she used to do Sahaj Marg. Some of you might know this is another form of meditation that they teach in the world, which is also called as heartfulness meditation. And so when I asked her, what is it about, why do you call it heartfulness or Sahajma? What is it? She said, 45 minutes, we are cleansing our heart. 45 minutes of meditation, we only spend in cleaning the heart. And then rest 15-20 minutes is to absorb whatever their Guruji is giving. And I was like so shocked, but also I learned a lesson that cleansing of heart is such an important thing to do. I felt it is such a necessary step. And so every night I will sit with Baba and I'll say, I need to clean my heart. I don't want to keep anything in my chit. Cleaning the heart for us could be like cleaning the chit. Nothing enters into your memory track. Because if it goes into your memory track, it will come into your attitude. And you won't be able to serve the souls the way you would like to serve them. You won't be able to experience Baba's love the way you would like to experience it, So,
Om, Om Shanti, sister.
Om Shanti, yes.
I actually, when you were reading the Murli, the point of what I really wanted to take is just that one word, lovely. But as the topic is going on, cleanliness, I was just trying to churn on it. Like, there is a saying, cleanliness is next to godliness.
Yeah.
But I remember in Dadi Janki, in a memorial, it's cleanliness, honesty leads to simplicity. And that's like, they used to call her the Kohinoor of spirituality, because she had all this three things in her. Now, when you think of the word cleanliness, you spoke about cleaning all this here and there. That is just to have a healthy lifestyle. So if everything around me is clean, or if I am clean, I cannot have I will not be at dis-ease. I will not be ill. Yes, I can have a healthy lifestyle. Now, cleanliness also will increase your concentration. Why? Because there will be no clutter. So when there is no clutter here and there, see, when I'm meditating, if I just say, oh, that thing is not kept properly, this is not kept well, a kind of what we call it as things are scattered. So that time, the concentration of my mind also can dip down. So cleanliness is something which everyone knows what kind of energy it is and how does it change the Vayumandal, the atmosphere, wherever I'm sitting. But for me, cleanliness is important because only a clean heart can pull me towards God. I may be beautiful to look at. My face may be beautiful. I draw millions of people. I have a lovely body. I'm so clean. I'm well dressed and all. Yes, yes, you will attract. There will be a little bit of that kind of attraction. But that permanent internal thing, what the attraction is need is a clean heart. That's why for that, Dadi had said, you have to be honest. So again, that cleanliness, when I have something inside and something outside, how can my heart be clean? So I look for a clean heart, like the vision, like Baba looks on others. He doesn't say this child of mine is like this child of mine is like that, this child. No. For him, when he looks, because he's an ocean of cleanliness, in his heart, he doesn't have a drop of any distaste for any child. Come what may, sinful. And all. Because why? He knows their original stage. He knows my poor children have been taken away by Maya, taken away by this. So that is just because I feel cleanliness is something which is more conducive. It is something more this. As the topic was going on cleanliness, I thought I should just add to it. I will later tell you about the lovely, which is my heart today, because I've gone through what's that sister's name? Mohini Ben's, her classes on lovely and all. I would get that experience. Now, I just wanted to absorb myself in what is going on, the virtue of cleanliness. I would like to have a clean heart.
Thank you.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, brother.
That's what I realize. My actual state, that I am moving in the direction of becoming total clean, but I am on the way, moving very fast. But today's Murli will definitely help me to increase my speed. That means to increase my Purushartha from Madhyam to Tivra, very, very Tivra, very, very fast. Because what I have realized and what I feel and what I have understood with them from the Murlis of Baba, different Murlis of Baba, that ours, we are at some distance from Baba. We are having some distance from Baba. That distance you can say total clean, and you can say clean. From clean to total clean means that we are having some sort of calm, krodh, low, moh, and ahankar. That what I feel is the distance from me and Baba. As I do Purusharth, and then our calm, krodh, low, moh, ahankar diminishes, decreases, and then we progress towards Baba. So we have to, so what I feel that I have to increase my speed in that, so that calm, krodh, low, moh, and ahankar minimizes. Here, I wanted to just specify also that Baba Paramatma is in nirlep state. And we Atmas is basically not nirlep. But sometimes Baba has also explained that if you are in deep intoxication with Baba's love, if you are in the lap of Baba, you also become in that nirlep state. So what I feel that once it was asked question by Guljar Dadiji that where Baba resides. Everybody said Param Dham and all that. Then Guljar Dadiji said, Baba ko mera dil bhi pasand hai. Baba resides in Dil. And where Baba resides, it cannot be. So what I feel that Baba is in my heart and I am in the heart of Baba. मैं बाबा के दिल तक पर हूँ और बाबा मेरे दिल तक पे है. ऐसे ही पुरुषार्थ I do, and I think that definitely we in that position, in that state, we will feel that we are in the lap of Baba, and definitely when we are in the lap of Baba, we are also in the state of nirlep state, and that state is total cleanliness state, total purity state. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, brother, for sharing. Very nice. Thank you.
Om Shanti.
Om
Very,
Shanti.
very powerful Murli, sister. And I just would like to share one reflection on the cleaning process. The cleaning process, since we are in this gross world, corporeal world, as a soul, I'm incorporeal, but we are playing our parts in the corporeal world. So we have this degree of randomness, the entropy generation happening every moment, and we are surrounded by the five vices, the manushya quality of atmas, and therefore there is bound to be the ingress of the vices every moment if we are not on guard. So the attention and the alertness, and always that having the canopy of protection from Baba, and the every day and every hour, if we there's a need for checking that okay, because like a air conditioning plant, or during corona we had this kind of special filtration of the air, where or donning of the mask. So basically this, there has to be a continuous cleaning process. We cannot say that once we are like in Amrit Vela, definitely that makes a good start, a powerful start. But after Amrit Vela, the real attention begins. And we have to constantly check ourselves with Baba, compare, and then cleanse that thing, take out the non-conformities out, and then come to again the perfect stage. So that process has to be continuous every hour, for a minute or 2 minutes. And I think then that is the only way. And before going to sleep, again come back to the incorporeal form, because sometimes we get deformed, sometimes we get non-conformed. So come back to the incorporeal form again and again, again and again, because we are staying in corporeal world. Had we been in Paramdham, there was no effort, but the real effort is here. That's what is the Purusharth. Om Shanti.
Right. Beautiful.
And
Sister
that is what
Priscilla.
today's Avek Murli, in the today's Sunday morning Avek Murli here is what speaks about. It's all about purity of personality, and what Omai just mentioned. I was giving this similar technique, this same technique, that Amrit Vela is where you start. You practice being near to Baba with purity and cleanliness, and then it's not about just doing that in Amrit Vela, but every hour or in between the day, we need to practice this state uh, to to imbibe that whole process. Thank you for bringing that. And this is exactly what today's Murli says. Avek.
Sister, just one point I would like to add here. You were mentioning about that Sahaj Yoga. Let me tell you, I've gone through that. I even today, Amrit Vela, I clean, I draw the energy from down, cleaning the chakras, because I find my physical, every energy of my body is in these circles. I don't know, I've been trained for that kind of cleaning. So before I start my thing, even making myself bodiless from my toes to my thing, and then I do the real kind of the chakra cleaning. Even till today I do. So when you were saying that, I was saying even today I do it to just exercise that part of the mind. And finally, just one sentence, because I know the time is running out. I really love this lovely stage. I love, so no, I have to be ready to go and catch Baba's hand. Whether you're asking me, Baba's pull is there. I feel when I sit, when I'm ready, then I have to go. I have to go and get pulled. I never feel that God comes down and he says everyone has come down. I go up about that feeling and that joy which you get. See, the river may meet the ocean, but the river is still a river, and the river goes to the ocean with all silt and all. The ocean accepts. I go like that to my Baba. Total trust, total love.
All right.
Deep,
Wonderful.
such kind of beyond the sense organs combined. Beautiful, I tell you, that lovely stage. It may be for a minute, but I go, irrespective of what I am.
Okay, thank you, sister, for sharing. Shall we end with just a minute of silence?
Yes, Didi.
Let's take a minute of silence. Go to Baba in Param Dham, touch him, and then just recharge yourself quickly and then come down. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Have a great day ahead. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Tina Ben. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Till that time, have a lovely day. Om Shanti.